Hi, this is Mrs. Miller, and today we're going to review the the regression quiz, the regression practice quiz. This is found in section 3.17, and the first question is, what is the quadratic regression? If you remember, when we go to stat and calc, we have been using number 4, the linear regression, in the form ax plus b. We also have a quadratic regression, a cubic regression, a quartic regression, and a linear regression of the form a plus bx, as well as the natural log and exponential regression, a power regression, and so forth and so on, as you can see. So today we're going to look at the quadratic regression and I believe the exponential one. So before we start any of those, we would first need to put in the values. So we would go to Edit, and we're going to clear out List 1 and List 2. We're going to go ahead and put in the values for List 1. And then over to List 2, we'll put in those values as well. We always want to make sure that our values are matching up and that we have the correct numbers in. After that, we simply go back to Stat. This time we're going to calculate, and we want to calculate a quadratic regression. So we go to number 5. Our lists are in 1 and 2. And there it is. So it would be negative 0.155 x squared plus 1.39 x minus 7.739. I'm sorry, plus, not minus, but plus 7.739. So you can see that that is answer choice 1. Okay? It also gives you the correlation coefficient squared there, which is the coefficient of determination. All right, in the equation, y equals 3.381 x squared plus 6.571 x plus 41.762. It approximates the number of cans a group recycled given the number of people in the group, x, which is the best estimate for the number of cans in the group of 7 people. Okay? The easiest way to do this is to put it in y equals and then go ahead and go second table and arrow down to where x is 7. So the best estimate would be 106. Another way to do it is to just plug in x. Notice instead of putting x, I'm putting times 7 because we know the value of x is 7. And you'll get the same number. Okay, this time, what is the exponential regression for the equation? So we're going to go back into stat and we're going to go to edit. And again, we're going to clear our list. We're going to put the numbers in. All right, and we will simply go back to stat, calculate, sorry about that. We go back to stat, calculate, and all the way down to exponential regression. Enter and calculate. And we'll see. Excuse me. Our answer choice is there. And here's another one. The equation y equals 16.377 times 1.862 to the x approximates the number of deer in a park X years after research study began. Which is the best estimate for the number of deer in the park 4 years after? That simply tells us that the value of x is 4, so we can plug it in. You want to use this key over here to put into the fourth power, and 197. The other way to do that is to go ahead and put that function into y equals. And put the x there. Make sure everything else is cleared out. And I'm just pressing the delete key. I'm going to delete that one. Okay. And I would go to second table again, scroll down to 4, and there we have the same value. And our last question, which regression model best fits the data set? So for this one, we would need to see it. So we're going to go back to stat, and we're going to edit. And this time when we put the values in, we're going to press stat plot so that the calculator will plot the statistics that we enter. And then we can make a determination. If you don't want to look at the plot and try to make a determination, you can also calculate the coefficient of determination for each one and compare. The regression model that has the greater coefficient of determination is then the better model. So this one is 0.71 if we use a linear regression. If we use a quadratic regression, it's 0.92. And if we use the exponential regression, it's 0.60. So the quadratic regression is going to be the one with the coefficient of determination that's greatest, and therefore models that data the best. If you have questions about how to use the calculator to do this, you can give me a holler. I am out for testing this week, but I will try to answer your question as soon as I possibly can. Remember to utilize the book and the What Have I Missed document for additional support.